nataka mashisha na kwa mfuko pesa zangu zimeisha na yule waiter ananitisha ati mabouncer atawaita na huyu dem bado anaitisha na mimi nashindo sasa venye nitazusha tulipatana juzi kwenye Instagram na mimi nachoma picha itakuwa story siza story watakucheka hii ngori nilimuacha bila story. Na ukicheza utapatana na yeye, patana na yeye, patana na yeye wewe. Utapatana na yeye, patana na yeye, patana na yeye wewe. Ukicheza utapatana na yeye, patana na yeye, patana na yeye wewe. Utapatana na yeye, patana na yeye, patana na yeye. Niloya kizungu tamu kama ile ya Lumumba, lakini ukweli mimi ni okani na dhao biri mazeleo kulidhoka wakajo walinishika hata riba hati stage bado sijafika na huyu dem zake bado zijashika mzinga tatu sasa zimekatika sikiza story watakucheka hii ngori nilimuacha bila story na ukicheza utapatana na yeye, patana na yeye, patana na yeye wewe. Utapatana na yeye, patana na yeye, patana na yeye wewe.
So what's up guys, welcome to the Sophie Bot podcast, and as usual it's your host Aving Amkasa, creator co-founder of Sophie Bot. And if you don't know what we do, we openly and honestly answer your questions on sexual and reproductive health. Welcome to our podcast, and today I am joined by
Tamara and Michelle.
So yes, I haven't told you guys that I mentor in a program called Innovate Kenya. So today they had one of the biggest, can I call them get-togethers? Together, yeah. Can I call it get-togethers? Yeah. One of the biggest get-together. You should move closer to the microphone. So yeah, today they had the biggest get-together according to, together with their founders. They're called the Lemonsoul Foundation.
Yeah, the Lemonsoul Foundation.
Yeah, awesome. So the awesome get together. The Lemonsoul Foundation was like, yeah, let's come over to NILAB, join the podcast, and because I hadn't prepared a specific topic, we can just try to get them to talk about sexual and reproductive health openly and honestly, the way we do it. So a bit of background. What do you guys do, and how do we like get to know you guys? So, what do you guys do? Where are you from?
My name is Michelle, as I mentioned earlier. I'm a recent high school leaver. I finished school last year. I'm waiting to join campus in September at KU. Yeah, basically.
To take what?
Forensic science.
Forensic science. Interesting. So Tamara, your turn.
So I'm Tamara, and
so good. It's so good.
Okay, I'm currently in university right now, and I was with Michelle back in high school. We have a project, and it's called Organopower. Still working on other projects as well. So she's a team leader, and I'm the team developer and designer.
Awesome. So before we get into like the conversation on sexual and reproductive health, tell me more about Organopower. Yes, like I used to make fun of Tamara during the entire program. She used to have glitter all over her face. Like, so tell us.
Shows the glitter guy.
The glitter guy. Tamatoa.
Yeah.
Tamatoa. So tell us more about what you were up to as a spam guys that you're online. Yeah.
So Organopower. This was basically a.
Yeah.
This was.
Hold the mic.
So Organopower. This was a it's a project that aims to promote green electricity. By green electricity, I mean electricity that does not produce waste that harms our environment. So we use organic waste, mostly from food, any food that has a sugar base or starch base makeup. It qualifies to be used as a fuel. So yeah, basically you want to replace the conventional methods that of electricity that exist that pollute our environment, such as biogas, which emits methane and it destroys our ozone layer, which is one of the main causes leading to global warming. So this is in the long term, the long stretch, these are some of the problems that we want to solve. Yeah.
So in short, you're basically turning organic waste
Organic waste
into actual batteries. No,
Yeah.
actual batteries.
Into actual batteries.
So,
That's what we're doing.
And the glitter was for?
Well, what's just for beauty? You know, we are girls. We have to represent. We had 2 prototypes. So one was the working one. Yeah, the one with all the nasty stuff. Yeah. So that then we needed now like
A
more
better project.
a design, and Tamara over here, artist in the making, or she's already made it. Yeah. So she had to go crazy on the glitter there.
Awesome. So yes, now I'll go smoothly and directly into the topic for today. That's too fast. You haven't said what you're taking in college?
Oh, I'm doing business information technology.
BBAT.
The diploma version.
Oh, the diploma version of BBAT. So I sidebar I used to do projects for guys in BBAT. BBAT. So yeah, let's make sure you're good on the tax stuff. Yeah, rather just making 100 pages business plans.
Yeah.
Burn. So, okay, now straight to the topic. Let's start from general and sexual health. How do you guys perceive sexual health? Do you actually you among girls openly talk about this stuff? I know chicks have planners for when they're ruling, and I think most conversations are limited to that. So what's your take on how people your age treat sexual health?
People are not always ready to openly talk about sexual health. Just to us googling and finding out for ourselves, because you'd never really find a group of young girls, let me say that, teenagers, openly talking about sex like it's a casual affair. Yeah.
Interesting. What's your take, Tamara?
I agree with Michelle. Yeah, I agree with her because sometimes you don't feel comfortable talking to people about it, but it will reach a point where you have to at the end of the day, because you can't just rely to 24/7 on Google and
Friends
whatnot and
and,
friends. So sometimes you need to go to someone, okay, let's say a professional or whatnot. So yeah.
Do you guys know where to actually get actual sexual health services?
I'm guessing a gynecologist.
Like random or you have to take mom you have to tell mom, but then to see the gynae. Interesting. Any
The first question will be, has there been any you want to say why do you want to do that?
Interesting.
You're pregnant, so yeah.
Interesting. So this is the thing. You guys can't multitask. So I'm writing. I can take your take. So for you guys, it's the same thing. If you need any sexual health, any services on sexual health, it's like mom, I need to go visit a gynecologist and.
Yeah. There are also some apps.
Interesting.
Yeah,
Tell us about them.
Apps.
Yes, tell us about them.
But like it's for like when you're on your period and
Yeah.
So like they guide you on, of course maybe they won't be 100% right, but it's close to what you expect. So like they help you, they guide you and tell you like this is what to expect, this is what to expect, and
Cool. Do you have off the top of your head a name of some of these apps?
Yeah. Okay, I know one. It's called Flow. It's actually really nice. They predict the dates for you, and then they also provide insights on how you might be feeling on how you should, not how you should feel, but how you might feel on
on each single day.
On each single day. Activities not engaging on some days. Insights on sexual health, although they're not usually that in depth. They're usually more of links to now the actual sources.
Yeah, but it's actually a really good app.
Good.
I'd recommend it.
On another subject, do you guys know about THS, toxic shock syndrome? Toxic
No.
shock syndrome.
No.
This conversation is supposed to be zero chills. Any of you use tampons? So if
No, I don't. I've
so,
never.
so if you use a tampon for so long, yes, you get toxic shock syndrome.
Yeah. I've heard about
Okay.
it. Like, it's
Yeah.
the things, it's toxic. So it affects you.
Oh.
No, that's so it's toxic.
Yeah, I've had of various methods
So-
like to use other than tampons and
Yeah.
pads. Is this cup?
Cervical cup, but I had to learn that about that in the
Yeah.
hard way.
So you're supposed to put it in and then. But now you don't have to remove every time you go to the washroom. Yeah.
Oh.
So it stays for, I don't know, most of the ones I've heard of like stayed like the whole day, 12 hours. So at the end of the day, you remove it, you wash it. So the good thing is like reusable, and then it's not toxic, and it reduces like it helps our environment at the same time, because
How much we spend on
pads.
actual waste from recycle from pads. Have you heard of recyclable pads? What's your take on that? Have you tried?
Yeah, I've heard about them, but they're like, I feel like they're not effective.
Yeah, and hygiene also, that's another
Cleaning
issue.
after is
Cleaning,
crazy.
Yeah. So
Awesome, huh?
most
And
of
you
us
know,
would
you
still
might not
opt
be
to-
you might not be that thorough in cleaning it. You put it back, then the next day you're going to be treated for an infection. You're like, what happened?
You check out
But there's some which are actually.
there's a brand I know, we're good friends with them. So yeah, if I remember their name, I will tell you. They're a Ugandan company. So we're pitching Sophie Bot to them to automate their customer support call. Teaching the users how to clean the pads, where to buy them, because they're just popping up in Kenya. If I remember their name, I'll tell you. If you guys listening in can remember their name, Alfred Karibu na John Karibu. So it's any of you guys who can remember of a reusable sanitary pad dispenser company, remind us the link. Because it actually had given you like a topics that we could riff on, but then like that's like a good place to start. Or is it me, like most sex education for teens starts with rolling and menstrual hygiene.
Yeah.
And some parents it's only limited to that.
Yeah, true.
So and that's a good place to start. So there's even a thread where chicks were talking about specific, like they're so detailed. They're talking about brands. Are you guys specific to brands? Like this brand is better, this brand is not better.
Okay, for me, I don't just
what's your
use
brand?
any cotton.
Yeah,
It's just called cotton.
Cotton. Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Because they're 100.
Oh,
They're just 100.
because of their
If you want to stay happy always.
I don't really know much about the other brands like Cotton, and at least I know it's worldwide.
Yeah.
So I just use it, but it's not like I'm 100% sure like it's safe and whatnot. But I just go for always.
Interesting.
Oh, and I use Cortex.
Interesting. So if
Okay, you see the panty liners and then the
yes,
panty liners. So I use panty liners for Cortex.
Oh.
And always I use the pads.
Awesome. So like that's another conversation I should have. I was actually talking to a friend called Faye Mwange. Hi, what's up? So I was talking to her and she was like, most chicks don't know because of the pH balance around it must be zero. It's around the sexual organs. Actual innerwear starts to discolor, and some chicks feel there's something wrong with them, and it's all natural. So for her solution was panty liners. Like, so either if like she's invested in a ton of panty liners, because even if whether she's rolling or not rolling, she always have panty liners on. So because that's like one super tip of like I should remember about that.
Some people think it's only for that, but it could be used. Okay, you see, some people feel like like the ones I use personally, they're also like for when you're.
It's zero chills. It's supposed to be open and
I don't know
honest.
how to say this.
As
It
it's
has like a deodorant in itself.
Oh,
like,
so to
it's
keep
like,
fresh.
To keep it fresh always. So people think it's only for color or whatnot, but it keeps it comfortable.
Awesome.
Yeah.
It takes me to my next topic: douching. You guys know what that is?
Yeah. I've heard of it.
or all your insight is from Sausage Party.
Oh my
I think
lord,
I know what
I've
this
watched
is.
it.
You remind me. I heard of it before.
Like, so it's about keeping that area fresh always.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
it's not even fresh. Like, people mess up with pH balance. They are trying to like make it more appealable.
Oh yeah, by
yes.
the way, some of those vaginal washes should be
I don't
avoided.
I don't
Yeah,
really-
you end up getting bleached.
By the so yeah, cause yeah, like for guys, your plumbing is for chicks, your plumbing is. You want to join us? Want to join the conversation? so yes, like yeah, the thing with douching. So so me I understood it like from the derogative from the derogative dimension, like somebody calling a douche or a douchebag. And then Beverly, our CFO, she also does her research. She gives us an entire curriculum on douches, and to add on to Sophie Bot, was like, this is interesting. I have to I have to read about it. So yeah, chicks out there, do not douche, do not mess up with the pH balance around your vagina.
Yeah,
Do
just
not.
keep it natural.
Natural.
Like let
Yeah.
let it do what it's meant to do.
Yeah, okay, like in high school, I
Huh?
just used to hear everyone saying pineapples, take lots of
Oh,
pineapples.
pineapple.
So I'm guessing you can try follow that because you know in the end there's no harm because it's a fruit.
It's a fruit.
No.
We need to verify
No,
that.
you eat the pineapple.
Oh, not actually.
No,
I was
guys,
wondering
you
what.
you eat it.
Awesome, makes sense. Awesome. And now we have like left out of time. We can go back to the live record. So it was insights on you on sexual health. Let's talk about. So I told you this podcast is inspired. Topics are inspired on trending topics. So topic number one, it's even good to have women on the podcast. Is there's a woman who's fighting the government to legalize FGM, like make it a medical procedure that women can like obey. They actually want to go and get my clit cut out. So what are your thoughts on that? And it even gets crazy. There are people who online who are calling male circumcision male genital mutilation.
Oh my god.
I'm like, no. I'm like, what are you guys talking about? So, what are your thoughts on that? And yeah, because for me, it's that to enforce patriarchy, because it's meant to rob women of sexual pleasure first.
Yeah.
And then second is like it's also attached to early marriages. So those are the two dynamics where everyone is fighting against FGMs. Those two dynamics. It's first, it's a patriarchal institute to rob women of sexual pleasure, and second is to now force young girls into marriages right after. Like they tell you it's a rite of passage. Once you pass through that, you are now a woman, and now you can get married. So you're sold off to the guy with the highest cows. So
Yeah.
So any insights and contributions to the subject?
I'm thinking to that woman. First of all, we're moving closer to the future and farther away from the 19th century. So she should also pick up her mind from where she left it over there, clearly. Because a woman, that is utter defilement of a woman. For you to claim, actually, I'm even starting to doubt her femininity if she can even suggest such for the girl child. Yeah, it's just wrong.
Interesting. Any comments?
My take on this is, I don't know, it's opposite.
It's all good.
I
Yeah,
know
just
it's
like it's
because-
open, honest, whatever. Let's rip it. Yeah.
You see, the good thing about it, the girl has the liberty to choose if she wants it or not, other than being forcefully forced into it.
Interesting.
So I feel like it could be okay. Because
As
you
long
can
as-
choose. You can choose if you want or not to, and that's honestly
That's-
your decision. You want it, so go for it.
So,
It's a bad thing. It's a bad thing, but if someone wants to rob themselves of
of the
yeah,
so up to the extent where
Yeah.
it's made an actual medical practice.
But my take is that it shouldn't be made a choice, because I can, let's say I'm a traditional mother and I have a kid, right? My child is, let's say, 12, 13. That's like the age I'm guessing where they do the circumcision. So I can just manipulate my kid to say yes, I'm your mother. Yes, you don't want it, but I am your mother. I'm the one who makes all the choices. So I can force you into it, and because it's at your own liberty, it's a choice for you to take. When
you
it's
can be
illegal,
pressured into that choice.
when it is illegal, you can put up red flags, and people all around are going to help you. Whether it's your chief, whether it's your neighbor, your your grandmother, I'm guessing she'll be on your mother's side. So yeah,
That's
or
some grandmas out there are woke.
yeah,
They're
the woke.
They're woke grandmothers out there.
So
yeah.
even when you can't put up that red flag because it's a choice for you. It's a choice that you actually have. So by providing that, some girls might actually choose to go for it on their own accord.
But
But
actually pressured into.
yeah, but now the majority will be forced by those who believe that it's right,
Interesting.
and that would just be unfair.
That's cool. That's really interesting. Also, it's actually so because if it was just me riffing off of my mind, it'd be like, no, you're a guy, you have no authority to speak about vaginas and clitoris, whether should be cut or not. So it's actually better that I'm actually getting insights from actual women and the real world. What was the next thing I was supposed to talk about? Let's talk about consent.
Consent.
Sexual consent, like it's the biggest debate or the biggest debate on people, like for us men, people seem to not understand what actual sexual consent is. So
Yeah.
any input on comment, like even there's a hashtag at stop sex without consent. I'm like
Consent,
that's
yeah.
just rape, just say stop rape.
Yeah.
So,
By
like
the way,
it's a coming, it's one of the biggest discussions of our social media right now, defining what consent is,
Yeah.
letting guys know that you can withdraw, actually, like both sexes, a guy and a chick can withdraw consent right in the heat of the
Yeah.
of the act. So inputs, insights,
me, I think for
anonymized
this
stories.
is now to guys. When a girl wears a short dress, when a girl shows her cleavage, when she gets drunk, that is not saying yes to you. That is her choice. So, and you should respect it, even though we do not encourage these behaviors. At the same time, it does not give you a right or leverage for you to take advantage. And then when you're asked, you're saying hiyo ndo alikuwa anatafuta. That is just wrong. By the way, ati yani you're wondering, just because I'm on a short dress, has it been written on my thighs, come rape me, or I want fast sex? No, it doesn't work like that. If your game is not strong, don't try to force it. That's simple.
Awesome. So what I was just, there's some few people supposed to spam. So Tamara, I haven't got your insight on that subject again.
I feel the same way actually.
Any insights on like how people thought, how people misrepresent what consent actually is? Because this case, it was a Nigerian thread. So he was right in the midst of things with this chick, and then like the chick has come already. So, but this guy hasn't. So the chick pulls away. That basically withdrawing consent. The guy is like, no, you've already climaxed. I'm going to pin you down until I'm done.
Oh my gosh.
Like crazy. And then another insight is, so something happened, but then when the chick pulled out away, the guy was like, I respect you, you go. Then she starts sending texts later. You're like, you guy, I give you, I give the squander it. I like she had, the things were going on like past foreplay. She had to act like she's resisted. He forces himself on her to prove like he wanted, like to prove that. So like it's messed up. It's messed up, and those like some of people, what people think are gray areas on sexual consent that aren't actual sexual consent. Both guys should know at any point anyone can withdraw sexual consent, and they should respect that. Have you read of the Azari and Sisi story?
No, not yet.
You should read about it. So it's messed up. Or he's a comedian. A chick went out with him, and then like shit happened. So she left there confused, and when she's getting out of the elevator back to her place, she actually realized that was actually violated. Have you had story of that? Like in the heat of the moment, nothing, but then in the future, you're like, that was actually violation. Like Tiffany Haddish, she sells strip.
Yeah.
So Tiffany Haddish, I've read a book, like a book is epic. So she's talking about a place where she was living with foster parents, and then like her foster, like she was obsessed about growing her boobs. So and one of his foster like granddad was like, oh, if you want to grow your boobs, let me suck your food every day before you left from school. At that time, like she was really innocent, like, oh yeah, like I'm getting a boobs grown. And then in the future, and like in the book as she's collecting, she's like, baby, I was actually violated at that time.
What?
Any insight on the like people out there so uninformed, they don't know when they're actually violated. Oh yes.
Oh yeah. So yeah.
Yeah. So yes, any insights? We could finish the conversation on sex dolls, sex robots, and why people have been jacking off for ages and dildos have existed. I don't know why there's there's panic all over because there's one sex doll that has been overpriced called Samantha.
Yeah.
So yeah, insights, comments.
So honestly, on the sex doll, I don't even know what to say because it doesn't affect the women. I'm guessing, right?
Also, like even got crazier. Women on Twitter are being intimidated. Like, Samantha want to cook. Like it's like a ton of patriarchal stuff like that they're adding.
Yeah.
So Samantha want to cook and clean for you. Like
But
it's not stupid. It's like people are stupid.
but now the Samantha won't cook story. You know they were saying she has Uber Eats. So I don't know. Maybe the time she's also covered. You know.
But then yeah, that's like the next conversation because people you need to understand people have been getting off
But
for
Samantha is
longer.
overrated. What?
It's overpriced, but it's just
It's
a sex doll. It's like
overpriced, overrated.
it's like using your palm, but then it's that palm is in some some other thing.
What if it's short circuit and go there?
Nah, it can't.
I
It's not
honestly-
actually a robot.
Yeah.
It doesn't have any electrical circuitry or
What?
nothing.
Oh,
nothing of the
I was being
Nah,
told you have
it's
ghost
just that
tokens.
it's
Samantha.
those are like an informed memes like ignorant memes.
Oh, it's just like a doll.
Yeah, it's just like a doll. It's not even a robot. It's actually a doll. People don't know the difference. So yeah, like last one is guys. People have been getting off from more than just penetrative sex for way longer. So there's no way you should panic or cause a fuss because there's an overpriced sex doll with the name out there.
Yeah.
Any other thing you want to talk about? Any other pressing issues on sexual health you want to talk about before I end the
Just to add
podcast?
on, just to add on Samantha, I feel like it's disrespect a woman. Like,
Yeah.
why would you choose it to look like a woman and
Not
a girl or whatever, and you're just objectifying it?
women. Right?
So it's like you're objectifying
Yeah.
a female.
Well,
I don't know how to put it, but it's like you're taking us as like an object, but now you make yourself
Object,
an object so that you use it to your own pleasures. Because
So-
you can't really use any, you can't just call any word.
there's a because a tweet I saw was why would someone want to have sex with a woman who's powerless to resist or so that, but then like that the same could be said about dildos and vibrators.
Yeah.
Like it's people have the choice. Like people need to be sexually liberated to know they can enjoy the sexuality in any form or manner that they want. Problem is when I mix something I make a sex object from someone's actual resemblance that I have a crush on Tamara. I'm like I'll go order a sex doll in her image so that I
Yeah.
imagine it's her that I'm
That-
actually
that
conversing.
can-
So
that
that's
can be
that's where it
That's
goes up.
disrespectful.
Yes,
Yeah,
that's where it
it
gets
is,
messed up.
Yeah.
But then if it's because even like have you seen how dildos are made? Like the documentary, they take casts from actual people, actual people. So it's not messed up. But people have been getting off in whatever way they want since ages. So this should be a topic. That's my view on that. Yeah. Any more insights? Any more things you notice about sexuality? Right, pulling out does not work. That's settled. Any insights, comments?
Yeah, me just the no sex without consent. Men should just know their limits. Okay, I don't know if a man can get raped. Can they?
Yes, let me say, yes, they can. Let me put it on the record. Yes, men too can be sexually assaulted.
How? By another man.
Yeah, so the thing might be it can happen though, yes, but then it can also young because it's more most people look it as an expression of power that a man exercises that power of a woman in that section. In that way. But it happened vice versa. A man doing that over another man, an older woman doing that to a younger. So like house managers with young boys and kids. So yeah, it can happen both, even in relationships. If a guy isn't up to it and he's forced by his lady to get up to it. So. And even though he or she came, does not justify not getting consent. So yeah, let's put that out there. So it's a multifaceted topic, and you need to understand it too. But it's me, I've had to like read upon it. So yeah, it can happen on to both genders. Without consent, it's rape, and doesn't matter gender, orientation, configuration, and like. Oh yeah, I could finish up with. Have you had the story of intersex? No, not most people conform to heteronormative culture, the binary genders. So the people who are actually born with more than so more than and actually NTV had a feature on it sometime back. So the whole intersex community, the stigma that they get, the doctors are forcing them, the kids grown up to one specific gender, and they're like, we need to like get to a society where we understand gender isn't as better. Yeah, we have an entire podcast on it, on gender, and how we shouldn't identify gender. It's a mistake inferring gender directly from biological sex, and how it goes to sexual expression, because it isn't just masculine or feminine, it's levels. You either have high level of masculinity, low level femininity, or both, or it could even be equal masculinity and femininity expressed equally. So that's another
like
conversation.
the one I saw, it was actually like a girl. She was so beautiful everywhere else, but
our configuration is actually
it's
actually
like
intersex.
Watermelon situation. Basically, I don't know a better way to put it.
So like there's people who are born with, so, and doctors at the beginning, I even had like some pediatric surgery like, oh, we need to conform the baby to one specific gender. So it brings the greater conversation where we recognize it's like life or about binary genders is sort of wrong. And get over that.
But I still feel, not to be heartless, but they still have to belong to one. They have to pick a side.
See, they can pick their side is intersex. I'll share. There's an illustration. There's a book called it's called metrosexual.com. It talks like at great length about it.
Okay, like let's say you're going to get married. You know, it's husband or wife. There's no third party.
Then expands the topic on marriage laws and rights of other people who do not conform to them.
Yeah, but you know what I'm guessing? It will never be a 50-50 situation. Obviously, there'll be one gender that's, taking up more.
I'll share stories with you. There's one. There's one who can get pleasure from both. There's one whose body secretes both hormones, like as equal amount of testosterone as estrogen. So it gets crazy. Sometimes it's not even about what's it not even about? It's not even about the sexual organ itself. It's how the body and how the pituitary glands excrete hormones. So yeah, it's a whole.
But they could go through hormone treatment. Sometimes you have to look for.
But then see, that should be their choice. It shouldn't be my path.
Yeah.
Let me leave you that thought. We shall finish up on this podcast later. This was Iving Amukasa from Sophie Bot, and remember, go ye therefore and have open and honest conversations on sexual and reproductive health. Leaving you with Pepperpod Jamie.